No matter what kind of style you practice in Tai Chi, there are some basic fundamentals that you should always remember and always practice when doing Tai Chi. When it comes to clothing, the only really important thing to remember in Tai Chi is that it's comfortable to wear and easy to move in. You've already seen me do it in jeans and a shirt and sneakers. I've actually seen old masters do it in business attire, slacks and wingtip shoes. What's most important is you feel comfortable moving in it. So wear something that's comfortable, loose, and easy to move in. When it comes to shoes, the most important thing is that you feel well rooted in your shoes. Now, I like wearing these lightweight Kung Fu sneakers that I bought online. But you can wear anything as long as you feel connected to the ground and well balanced in those shoes. When standing, thinking of feet, always focus your weight right there behind the ball of the foot in the center of the foot. That's actually a acupoint. So according to traditional Chinese medicine, focusing on that point will help connect you and root you into the earth. If we're going to talk about what's going on the outside, let's talk about what's going on in the inside. Attitude. When you're practicing Tai Chi, you should be relaxed, you should be focused, you should move with intention, but you should be having fun. My first Tai Chi teacher used to talk about something he called Buddha's secret smile. That inside you should be smiling. If you get all serious and angry, you're really not doing Tai Chi. Posture is important when you're doing Tai Chi. Throughout the form, you're going to want to keep a few things in mind. Feet firmly rooted on the ground, the whole flat surface of the foot connecting you to the earth. Ankles should be bent, knees should be bent, hips should be bent. You should feel like you're squatting straight down. Now, I used to tell my students, imagine that you've tied a 40-pound weight to your genitalia and it's pulling you straight down to the ground. Not the most comfortable thought, but it gives you the idea. Keep the knees pushed away from each other. Keep the shoulders back and well-rounded, almost as if you're carrying a small orange under each shoulder or in the armpit. Make sure your tailbone is relaxed and pointing to the ground, that your head is elevated by the crown, almost as if you're suspended from a string. Think of yourself like a marionette. The idea is that the base is well-rooted like a tree. And like a tree, the top is flexible and loose so it won't get broken when the winds of change come. So, crouch down, bend at the hips, knees and ankles, let the tailbone relax, keep the shoulders back and rounded, head elevated by the crown, chin dropped, gaze level, straight ahead. Smile, and you've got it. Another very important factor in all Tai Chi is breathing. You breathe regularly, relaxed, none of this. If you're doing that, you're not doing Tai Chi. That's not Tai Chi either. And that just means you need a nap. In Tai Chi, we breathe in through the nose, down into the Dan Tian. This is the lower part of the belly. Just take your thumb, put it in your belly button, flop the hand down so the palm is centered, and right there in the center of your palm is the Dan Tian. It's located in the center of your body, about 2.5 inches below the navel. According to traditional Chinese perspective, the Dan Tian is the location where we store Qi and then flow it through the body as we're doing Tai Chi and Qigong and others. So when you breathe, breathe down into the Dan Tian. Breathe in through the nose, expanding the belly down. And when you breathe out through the nose, pulling the belly back in towards the spine. Now, this is a traditional perspective, but also from a modern Western perspective, diaphragmatic breathing pulls more air into the lungs, helps to oxygenate your blood better, helps you to stay healthier, helps you to breathe better, and helps you to relax. So breathing is always, always, always important in Tai Chi. As we go along, I'll give you specific instructions as to when to breathe in, when to breathe out. But in general, whenever you're bringing things together, think of breathing in and lowering your weight into your Dan Tian. This will help you to balance on one foot occasionally. And then when you have to spread out, think of flowing the energy from that spot throughout your entire body. Breathing, it's essential. There's lots of stances in Tai Chi. Some are high up, focused on one foot, all the weight's into one thigh. Sometimes you're going to have that weight distributed between the two. Sometimes you're going to be shifted slightly into one more than the other. What's most important about stances is make sure you keep the hips bent, make sure that you're putting the weight into your thighs and not your knees. Now, you can do beautiful form work very deeply, well, deeper than me. Check out Master Ren Gagne and you'll see some deep stances. But it's not the depth of the stance that matters. It's the correctness of the stance. Whether you're doing it this high with the knees pressed apart, bent at the knees, hips, and ankles, that's fine Tai Chi just as much as going deep is. So it doesn't matter about going deep. What matters is going right. And lastly, but certainly not least, if you're going to engage in any physical activity, it's important that you're prepared for it. Make sure that you warm up a little bit before doing any Tai Chi. I like to roll the head around. I call that Rice Krispies because I keep hearing snap, crackle, and pop when I do it. I like to twist, loosen up the back. I like to loosen up the shoulders. I like to loosen up the legs. I like to loosen up the hips. Most important thing is that you warm up and get the blood flowing. If you want to stretch for more flexibility, that's a whole different thing. But for this, you just want to stretch out a little bit, warm up a little bit, get the blood flowing so you're ready to do Tai Chi. And please always remember to be safe. You know your body more than anybody else. So don't push yourself beyond what you can handle. You don't want to injure your knees. You don't want to injure any part of you. So it's always recommended that before you start a new health regimen, you check with your physician, make sure you're up for it. But as long as you practice Tai Chi slowly, carefully, not taxing your body before it's ready, then you should be okay. But on the safe side, always check first. And never forget the 3 most important rules of Tai Chi. Relax, relax, relax. Oh, and have fun.